I like on the way in I was bawling, and on the way home last night I was just like tears. Like the guy made a video game based on his experiences with it, and he's like, that's our memorial to him. And anytime we want to see Joel, we go back and play the game because his voice and his memories are captured in the game. And I'm just like driving and like crying. It was.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's really crazy. Well, that's what. I guess that's a good. I don't know. Good podcast.
Yeah. I guess.
Is it one episode?
No, that was 10 episodes.
Oh, okay.
That was just the latest. Well, that one was from like 2 years ago. Yeah, it was good.
Cool, man. Well,
Oh, baby, I know. Don't red rocket me, please.
don't do that. Two Dope Dads.
Two Dope Dads.
Two Dope Dads podcast. Justin, we're back, man, for another session.
After a brief hiatus, here we are.
It is what it is. Full-time careers here. This is a hobby.
True.
Right now.
Full-time careers in 2 places.
Yes.
Double duty.
Was that a dad joke?
Bum. That could be, yeah.
It could be. We have full-time careers at home and full-time careers outside of the home.
Yeah, for sure.
And then full-time side hustles. How crazy. How busy. Multiple people. Like, I know a lot of people out there can relate to that.
Yeah, and it's not easy to multitask and juggle.
No.
It is for some people. I'm just not one of those.
Well, you can't go to bed at 8:30.
I do enjoy going to bed at 8:30.
If you have multiple side hustles, you cannot go to bed at 8:30.
But, going to bed at 8:30 and just sleeping and then waking up at 11:30 and being like, oh, I'm ready for the day.
I mean, no, I totally get that. And some nights I'm crashing and ready to just fall asleep. Because I never know what time Esme's going to clock out.
That's true.
She, or actually clock in, slept through the night 2 nights in a row. We're happy about that. 7 months old.
That's impressive.
So that's good. Denise rolled over last night and she was like, how long do we let this go? Like so serious. And I was like, just eyes closed, dozing off while Esme's crying. And I said, she can handle it. I think that's what I said. I said something along the lines of, it's okay. She can get through it. And she'll fall asleep. And then the pauses between her crying got longer and longer. And I was like, I still closed my eyes. I still have my eyes closed. But I was like, shit, she's crying again. Just waiting for Denise to be like, hey, Stu. I even went down to warm up a bottle. And I brought it back up. And she was, the only movement was her little hands. And I was like, oh, she did it. Hey.
And she's asleep. And even when you close your eyes, if you get like 3 minutes of sleep between the cries, sometimes that even.
It feels like forever. I almost asked Denise. I was like, how long was that? Because I think I did fall asleep. I was tired. Hey. My dogs are crazy. So, it's been a while. I don't know, what, 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks since the last episode. So we have a lot to catch up on.
We do.
I thought we could definitely, we have like some topics that we're going to talk about, but I thought before we could like kind of give a summary. I wanted to know, I know we catch up, but what have you and the fam done over the past weeks that like was just super exciting?
So much. Before I get into that though, housekeeping. So in the first episode, when I said that I wasn't there during Afton's infancy and during her early years, it's not that I wasn't there. I was there. I just was not confident in my parenting skills. So I sat back and watched Heather do the majority of everything. And I feel like I missed out on a lot by doing that. But I'd say with Hazel, it's an entirely different story.
Right.
With Hazel now, I'm like, I'm in it. Let's go. I got this. I can take care of everything. I feel like it was I just didn't have the experience, which was stressing me out and made me not want to make a mistake. So I just took the passenger seat and let things roll.
But that's totally like, I don't know. I mean, I felt that way too. First kid, I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like Denise had done all the research, and there were times where I felt helpless because I was like, I can't give Max what Denise is giving him right now. I can't breastfeed. I can't like give that motherly instinct. You know, like, I mean, the baby just wanted to snuggle with her. And,
yeah.
I don't know. I read one article, and I wish I knew where it was, but I read an article that was like, "Your time will come," and it's from what you were describing to me was like that was the stage. You were in this lull of like, what the hell do I do?
Yeah, it's entirely correct.
And it was just like, I mean, it's a hard time because it lasts for a long time.
It does. But it's like the light comes on all of a sudden, and you're like, oh shit,
I can do stuff.
This is what I do. This is how I do things. All right, cool. I'm slowly getting things.
Yep. Man, yeah. It's a different stage. But isn't it funny how it all comes together? Like we've never done that before.
Yeah.
And then there we are. The baby's sleeping. The baby's on a schedule. That could be one episode. It's like schedule versus non-schedule.
Yeah. We
sticklers for the schedule.
Oh yeah, team schedule here all the time.
God, man. Like, it has to be on a schedule. We can talk about that later. But, no, I totally vibe with that because Denise was needed at the middle of the night. Multiple times. Every 2-3 hours, needed.
Yeah.
I got up with her because there were some things that needed to get taken care of with her. Like, and then there were things that I found that I could help out with. I could get up and I could get Max. I could change him while Denise was getting set up to nurse, and that kind of like settled my stomach, if you will. It's just like, okay, I'm actually able to help. I'm able to help.
Yeah, because it's like you're doing the small things, and even those small things accrue and build up to being able to help out in the future in the big things.
Yeah. How long did that stage last for you?
I don't even know.
Don't even remember, man. Like, that shit is way out the window now.
And it's crazy. Like, you would think with your first child, you would have these memories that pop through your head. And I feel like Afton's, it might even been the first year, I felt like I was just in this lull where I didn't feel like I was doing anything correctly, or I was scared to try things.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And now you're like, okay, yeah, you can climb on that, jump off that.
You got it, kid.
You can eat that, I think.
Even though times I have panic attacks, I'm like, wait, yeah? Okay, yeah, it's cool. You can eat it now. Don't worry about it.
So many times, like, Max, what did you just put in your mouth? Spit it out. Or let me see it, because I didn't see it.
Kids.
It's so funny. Well, thank you for clarifying that.
Of course.
Even though I didn't take your previous statement as anything, because I'm a dad and I totally understood that. No, you felt like you needed to clarify that, so thank you.
Of course.
And anytime we need to do that, we'll just adjust the notes a little bit.
We'll have our housekeeping.
I like that. Housekeeping. Not drywall repair. Housekeeping.
Yeah, housekeeping. Much more
sorry,
fun.
Baboos. So, all right.
Fun things. Man, so big news. So my wife Heather is going back to school to get her master's. Yeah, she's going back to school to get her master's, which I'm so immensely proud of her for doing.
Yeah.
And she went and took her Praxis test last week for math and killed it.
Yes.
So huge news for that. Congratulations, H. Super proud of you for doing that. Hazel and Afton. Hazel is like on the verge of crawling. Like, she's on her knees and like got the rocking motion going and getting more vocal every day.
Nothing safe.
Yeah, she will zombie crawl, like pull her legs behind her and grunt throughout the house. So that's a little creepy.
Oh my God.
But super adorable at the same time. And Afton got her first big girl bike yesterday.
What?
We got it put together. So like
I saw that. Yeah,
a
the training
BMX
wheels
bike
too.
with training wheels. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And at first we were like, we don't know how she's going to do. And Afton was beside her, and I was holding on to her, and she's like, no, I got this. And she just took off, and I had to run to catch up with her. So she's.
What bike did she have previously?
She had
was
like a
pedaling
little,
pretty well.
She had like a little Minnie Mouse, like a bike she got a couple years ago. But yeah, this is like a big girl bike, and she loves it.
That's awesome.
It's got a water bottle mount on the back. She says it's like my bike that I ride, so she's she's loving it. And I've just been, living the life,
developing yourself,
developing myself. Yeah. Went for a ride with a few of my dad friends on Sunday. We rode like 19 miles in 52 minutes.
Damn.
So we were hustling. So that was good.
And that's all through the hills, or is
all
it straight?
through the hills? Yeah, through the backside of like Waynesboro, back through where I grew up in New Hope. And then the last 22 miles back were pretty crappy.
Dude, that's really cool.
And then I was a little sore.
Well,
after that, but yeah,
that's a good sore.
Yeah, it's a good sore. So comes with being 35 years old, I guess, and riding that far.
Props to you, man.
Thank you, man.
I don't have a real bike like that. I do have a BMX bike though.
And I'm about to go get on after this.
Yes, we'll do some tricks. I'll ollie next to you while you bunny hop.
All right.
Just don't throw your back out.
I can't promise that.
All right.
Either that or I'll just trip over myself on the way to actually get on the bike and fall over. That'll be pretty normal.
Just don't hit a peg.
Yeah. That'd be bad.
No, that'd be cool. I would love to see you bunny hop.
I can do it.
I like to see that shit like in real life.
I can do it.
Videos are cool, but when I know someone that can bunny hop or kick flip on a skateboard, I'm totally down for that.
So maybe we need to do this as another side hustle.
Side hustle.
Yeah.
All right. Skateboard BMX tricks
for dads.
And
moms too.
Yeah, we're not leaving the moms out.
No, not at all.
Because honestly, we wouldn't be here without the moms.
That's true.
So, shouts to you moms.
Big ups.
Let's see. Fun things for us. Max really enjoys helping out in the kitchen. My parents came up and we made French toast one morning.
Nice.
And Max was all over that, loved to be a part of the mixing. He loves scrambling eggs and stuff. He's grown so much, learned leaps and bounds in the past year. It's been really cool. We've been happy with his schooling and what he's learned at school, but he's actually about to. He doesn't know this yet. He's actually about to transfer schools to a Montessori program, which we're really stoked on. So that's been weighing pretty heavily on Denise and me. Just the research and calling and kind of doing a tour. And this school is actually right down the street from us, so we know it's going to be a good transition for him, but it's going to be very different.
It will be. It's Montessori. It's amazing to see what your child does in that environment.
I'm really excited because that's Max. He's a hands-on. I want to get dirty. I want to be outside as much as possible, and I'm really not going to listen to you if you make me sit at a table all day, kind of thing. So that's Max. Esme, like I said earlier, she slept 2 nights through, which is really cool. Without she woke up in the middle of the night, but she was able to put herself back to sleep crying.
That's self-soothing.
Which is so cool, man. Yeah. And I can't remember when Max did that, but I feel like it was around 9 months for him. But he's a solid sleeper. We're always worried that Esme's going to wake him up because their rooms are right next to each other. And that was Denise's comment last night was she said, I just don't want her to wake Max up. And I was like, I'm not worried. It's still in and out of this awake sleep moment.
When you don't know what you're saying sometimes.
Yeah, I probably said something else after that, but I was like, don't worry. Be happy. Doze off. But she is rolling over. She wants to crawl. And it's a fun transition. You can put her down anywhere on the floor now, and she's not going to freak out. Any type of rug, and she's happy. The dogs come and clean her face every once in a while. And Baboose, what are you doing?
Not baby.
This is my dog, Baboose. He's a boxer. Zilla's over there somewhere. There he is. Making an appearance. And she's doing the same. Like, she actually takes a pacifier at daycare, which she will not take one here, which is totally different. Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, our daycare lady, shouts to Angel. She is an amazing woman to be able to.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
I mean, she specializes in everything, like all kids up until 2 years old, and then she makes them graduate.
Nice.
So she is like the baby whisperer, and she's done really great things with Esme, and it's all related. It's all come back home. But I think the main thing, like with Esme, is like we can take her out. Like we can go out for a long day in the car, run errands, and we don't have to worry about her freaking out. She's very calm. So that's like the main thing for us that we're really pleased with. Like she's done a really good job. But other than that, fun things for us. Like we're talking. Denise? I don't know. Denise has been really focused on the school thing for Max, and so have I. And we're starting to plan beach vacations stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I love the beach, and so we're trying to figure that stuff out. And for me, it's just full-time job and like handling my other stuff, everything Stu Diggs related, podcast and website kind of stuff, and just creating those connections. But it's all fun. And as this platform grows, it's like, it's been really fun, like working ideas out with you. And,
I agree.
Reaching out to our similar contacts, and just kind of building this community. Let's shout out Sweetwater. I don't even know.
Sweetwater Apparel. I got my phone on me.
They have a promo code for you guys to use, and once we can give that out, like it runs. I think they're turning it on for like 2 weeks for us. So we're shouting them out because that's just it's a cool clothing brand that Justin wore a T-shirt the other day that was like, what was it? Dad as fuck.
Yeah, Dad AF.
Dad AF.
Yeah, we got that back when Heather was pregnant with Afton, or right after. Yeah, Brian is the guy we've been talking to at Sweetwater. So the code is TOODOPE, TOODOPE, and it's good for 20% off.
All one word.
Yep, all one word. Super cool designs. They're cool people.
I mean, 20% off a T-shirt. Like, I mean, I'm going to hop on that. I think they have some tank tops. Isn't that what he mentioned? They're going to load up the store with tank tops.
Yeah, I believe so.
And it's summertime.
Yep.
I love this weather.
And SweetwaterApparel.com.
Yes.
You know what we have not talked about? Your newfound obsession with
what?
Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh my God, get that out of here.
So the past few days at work, Stu and I have been in there pretty early, and I've been playing a lot of early 90s, late 80s country music. So Achy Breaky Heart and Boot Scootin' Boogie, and Stu has loved every second of it.
This is the most sarcastic section of this episode because nothing sends chills down my spine. No offense, but nothing sends chills down my spine but country music. And I don't know what it is. I just never grew up listening to it. My dad was a rock and roll head, and I just can't get on it.
I've been trying to get you to, do some country line dance with me. I hit a few steps, and you just weren't feeling. And I don't understand.
Well, it would be it's a good assumption because Denise loves Kenny Chesney, and they hate me. Country music has been blasting off of Justin's iTunes. I can't imagine what his Google ads are throwing at him right now. They're probably just getting you to buy, what is it? Who's Rascal? They're probably trying to get you to buy Rascal's tickets.
Yeah, Rascal Flats. I'm going next Saturday.
They're coming to the pavilion.
Yeah, I bought them for you. And me both to go. So.
Thanks, man.
Surprise.
Zilla. No, I don't want anything to do with that. But thanks. Nice thought.
You're welcome. But yeah, you guys can see these videos on Instagram. I think I only shared one, but I'll continue to annoy the fuck out of Stu with country music. Maybe I can get him dancing. I'm going to try my hardest. But if it doesn't happen...
All I need is a cowboy hat and some boots.
We can take care of that.
I already have tight jeans. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
We'll make it happen.
Should we get into these topics?
Yes.
Let's do the topics.
Okay.
Because we would like these episodes to cover some variation of something that other people can kind of relate to. I mean, not that people can't relate to our fucking conversation, but like topics that aren't as familiar.
Right.
And that you only know if you're a dad.
True.
Which is most of our jibber jabber anyways, like dad talk and sports talk and work talk.
We talk sports?
Hell no, we don't talk sports.
I was gonna say, I must have missed that entire conversation.
No, I do not. I don't follow sports anymore.
Me neither.
And that's okay. That's not one of these topics, but
no. But we're open to topics too. If you guys have ideas.
Yeah. We've talked about this. Where's the best place to put those? YouTube comments? Either YouTube or IG.
Yeah, I'd say Instagram would probably be.
Instagram is definitely our main platform of getting in touch with us and staying in that Two Dope Dads community.
Yeah.
If you haven't, follow at Two Dope Dads on Instagram. We are trying to build this community up. So one of our promotional things that we were doing was, if you're a dope dad and you have a few sentences that you want to share with on our page, we'll happily feature you on the page. All you have to do is DM us, direct message for, I don't know, the non social media savvy, which that's fine if you are. But this is a way for you to send in a photo of you and the kids, or you and the entire family.
Yep.
With a few sentences. I would like to make themes out of it. So the first one would be like, what does it mean to you to be a dope dad? Stop. And we've gotten a few inquiries already, and we're kind of gonna wait to get a few more, so we can start like steadily putting those out. But you'll be featured on the Two Dope Dads IG, and I think that's going to be a really cool way for everyone to connect with us.
Agreed.
So do that. DM us a picture, a few sentences of what it means to be a dope dad to you. First topic. Pregnancy.
Yes.
The big thing that happens before you become a dad.
I was going to say, because without it...
You're not a dad.
Nope.
I mean,
you can be a dad and
you can be a rock solid stepdad. You can be a rock solid puppy dad. But we're talking kid dad. If you have any sort of responsibility to a kid, you can be a dope dad.
Right.
But not everyone can be a dope dad.
True.
It's a lifestyle.
We're gonna push them that way. See if we can make it happen.
We're gonna push for everyone to be a dope dad, because kids need dope dads. Kids need dope parents altogether, but this is not called dope parents. This is Two Dope Dads. So pregnancy. What I want to know, because when we started thinking about these topics, I was having a hard time of remembering the time that Denise said that she was pregnant with Max. First pregnancy. And then it started to come together. I don't know where I was at. I remember she picked me up in the car, and she told me. But what went through your mind at that moment?
I mean, ours was like this crazy story. Heather and I, so we married 10 years in August.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, it's good though. We tried for a while, and things didn't work out. It wasn't our time to be parents. And we got to the point where we decided, if it's not going to work, we're going to adopt.
Oh, cool.
So we went through the process, and we had like our first video interview, and things went well. And we were actually at the point like where we were like, this is something we definitely want to do. And I remember I was working a second shift job at a local cell phone carrier and got home at like 3 a.m. and I heard Heather like 6:30 get up. And she's like, Justin! And I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? All right, we'll spin on the table. I was like, oh God, something's wrong. So I like jumped up out of bed, like still half sleeping, tripping over stuff. And like Heather's in the bathroom and she has the pregnancy test. And yeah, like just holding it in her hands. And she's like, I'm pregnant. And just like instantly, like she's crying, I'm crying, like we're holding each other in the bathroom. Like, I don't know, I felt like the world stood still at that moment.
That's
and like
crazy.
It was the next evolution of her and I. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm getting emotional just thinking about it.
I had no idea you were like set up to adopt.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's like, whatever you believe, be it God or, whatever higher being is up there, they were like,
here you go.
This is your new adventure,
Mm-hmm.
Let's begin. And
God.
it was our time.
And it is that. It's a new adventure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a crazy journey.
It is. And then with Hazel was like, Heather and I were like, we have Afton and, we're, I can see 2 in our future, but we don't know, if it happens, it happens. If not, it's whatever. And then it's crazy what happens when there's a full moon and shit just gets crazy. It's like, Mother Nature is like, hey, this is your course. So, I mean, full moons are super fertile times. And,
is that when it happens?
Yeah, full moon in September of 2016.
Oh, my God.
Built a fire, was hanging out outside, and, yeah, Mother Nature said, hey,
time to go.
it's your time.
Love it.
And there's
thus
where Hazel got her middle name.
Yeah. Nice.
And
yeah, Moon and Love, right?
Yeah. Afton, we went on our first date on Afton Mountain, got married on Love Mountain, so there's Afton Love. And then Hazel, my younger brother actually thought he loved the name Hazel, and he's like, if I ever have kids, I might want to use it. And then Heather and Afton were listening to Bob Dylan at the house one day, and Afton was like, Hazel. I like that song. That's my sister. And we talked to my brother, and he's like, yeah, go for it. Awesome.
So you're like, I'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take that. So Hazel Moon.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
That's so tight. Second shift in Telos? What the hell?
3:30 till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
This was no mall kiosk.
No, this was like in the IT department, me running stuff. The worst job I've ever had.
Ugh.
Just loathed it, didn't eat, just drank a lot of coffee, lost a lot of weight, stressed out. That's all right. But yeah, I mean, it's all part of my journey.
Mm-hmm.
If not for that, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Yeah, you wouldn't be there.
Yep.
Dude, that's a rad story. Thanks for sharing that because I like it. I like hearing other people's stories.
Because you never get to hear these things if you just have like meaningless conversations with people you don't know how deep they are.
No, you don't. And for you guys to want to like even venture into the adoption, that's really cool, and that's one hell of a process.
Yeah.
And I think it's meant to be that way because it's going to weed out the people that are like, fuck that. I'm not even gonna have this 5-year. I mean, what does it take? It takes
a while. And I think a lot of that came from when Heather and I were teachers together, like, just being around kids. Yeah. She actually trained me on my first day to be a preschool teacher. And I still remember the outfit she had on that day.
Hots for the TA.
Oh, man. So bad. Like long denim, pencil skirt, hemp necklace on. This is Heather in her hippie prime.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, just instant crush as soon as I saw her. But yeah, working with kids, Jesus, I'm flustered.
Yeah, you're like thinking back.
Yep.
I'm like, damn.
Focus.
That's why. That's why this happened.
And here we are, 13, almost 14 years later.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. But tell me about you.
Denise and I always talk about like the day that we met. and it was in the cafeteria at Bridgewater College. It was our first day in the cafeteria.
Oh, man.
Spotted that thing. I spotted it right across the table. I mean, I had seen her on campus. I was in no way, form, shape to walk up to her on campus. But the day came when I saw her in the cafeteria and I walked up to her. She was with like some of her friends, and I said, "Hey, I've seen you around. Can I get your number? Do you go and hang out?" And she looks at me, these big, beautiful brown eyes, and she says, "I have a boyfriend." And she paused, and I was really just like, okay. I was done. I was, I'm not going to mess with that. And she said, "But I can give you my number, and we can hang out." Because I guess he was back home, and I was like, "No, that's okay. I appreciate that, but I'm not gonna do that to dude, man." 2 years later, we have classes together, and I'm slowly getting in there, asking for study dates. Denise knows. But that was like 2000. We got married in 2009. That was like 2000. We graduated in 2008. That was 2006, 2007.
That's crazy.
That we were like chit-chatting and talking and hanging out and going on back roads and listening to music and staying up late and being in the only boy dorm with a girl. Like, I mean, those were, we were rebels back then.
That's crazy. That's the way Heather and I were too. We were like, friends first, and then I was like, what? Yeah. There's so many feelings there, and we became friends, and then
the foundation is just so unspeakably necessary.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Because if you go, Denise and I didn't even mess around when we first met. It was just strictly like, I like you, you like me, we enjoy the same things.
Yeah. And
that was that. So eventually we started dating, and we got married in 2009, 10/24/2009, and we got our first baby, Baboos, right there. But so Max was born in January, and so that means around April. I think I had just gotten back from a business trip. Obviously, we missed each other, and it went on. And I remember her picking me up. I think she might have had the day off, and she picked me up in the car, and I think she kept it a secret for a day, just because she didn't know. It was almost like a shock, almost, because we were not trying. We weren't preventing, but we weren't trying. It was around the time where we were just like, yo, if it happens, it happens. I'm getting off this birth control because it's just it's making me weird or whatever. It's just we were ready. We were ready. We were ready to have a family if it was going to happen. And instead of putting all that pressure of trying, we just let it happen. You
got to enjoy each other first, because if not, there's so much pressure attached to it that it's just not fun.
I know
it makes it hard.
Multiple couples that have the stress of trying, or have had the stress of trying, and you're right. It's almost like, have a fucking bottle of wine, whatever your out is, and just enjoy it.
Yep.
But she told me, and I just remember at first I was honest is, wow, it's real. That shit happened. And we're going to be a family. I'm going to be a dad. And flooded with emotions, mixed of happy, mixed of confused, mixed of, am I ready? Because for me, that's a big step, and it's a huge step. Your responsibility for you and your wife doubles almost. With a single kid. It doubles. It's just there's so much stuff that we have to figure out here. Do we have space? what school districts. I mean, those are all the thoughts that went through our head when she was only 13 weeks.
Yeah.
We were like, we got to get the nursery ready. Shit. And it was 14 weeks. And we were like, oh my God, we got 9 months to go through all this. And, but I just remember us both being very happy. And the pregnancy was happy. It was very smooth. It went smooth. But unexpectedly, she had to have a C-section. And it just goes to it's all hard. It's all hard. Like, being a doctor is very hard, trying to figure out what's happening. But what happened was they were telling us that he was face down the entire way. Every time we went in for an ultrasound, which was like 2 or 3 times during the whole pregnancy, oh, he's face down, he's face down. What they were feeling was his butt.
Happened with Afton too. Face down, no, except they were feeling her vagina. So they,
see,
completely botched everything they were doing.
It's like, I don't know why. There's no risk in doing another ultrasound.
Yeah.
So, but insurance will only pay for a certain number. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And so they don't do one after like 30 weeks. And a lot of things can happen in that amount of time. And we went in for the last check. He did some feeling around. The doctor did some feeling around and was like, I'm just unsure. I'm unsure about his position, so we're going to check it out. And sure enough, he was low on amniotic fluid, and he was frank breech. And they hit us with the 1 in a million question. Would you like to come back at 5:30 tonight, or would you like to come in at 5:30 a.m.? And we were like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's time.
We sat in the car. I think we cried. But it was just like, it was such a... We were like, fuck no, we're not coming back at 5:30. Like, you just told us, and it's 3. Like, we're not doing that right now. Like, we need some time. Sure enough, woke up the next morning, and there's Max. And it was so cool. We have all the photos of that, but that was the C-section, and very disappointing to Denise. Like, she just always dreamed of having a natural vaginal birth, and so I had to be there for some emotional support.
I feel you.
But then she rocked it with a natural birth for Esme, and all the doctors were like, I would steer clear of the VBAC. I would steer clear. Don't even risk it. The risks are crazy. Don't even do it. Basically saying not to trust your body.
Yep.
Not to trust your body in doing the things that it's naturally supposed to do. So that was super, like, that took Denise through the roof. She was like, natural birth, I did it. Esme's here, and she's super healthy.
Yeah.
So it was just such a whirlwind to where, we just had, luckily we have the photos.
Yeah.
Because there's some things that I don't remember.
That's what Heather, when she had Afton, we were good. Like, she went past her due date, and they're like, yeah, Afton's good. She's head down, you can keep waiting. So, like, I remember the day before Afton was born, we had, like, tacos for dinner, like eating spicy food, trying to get her ready to go. We walked through the Stanton Park. We laid down at like 9 o'clock, and Heather woke us up at a little after 10. Woke me up, and she's like, my water broke. So she jumps in the shower, like, we're packing the bag, we're ready to go. We're like, all right, we're doing this natural birth. We got like a gift basket for the nurses. We're like, all right, we're in this. Let's go.
Wow.
And we get there, and they get Heather ready, and she was like, the doctor comes in, and she's like, what we thought was head down, we're wrong. She's breech. Your daughter's breech, and her cord is wrapped around her neck.
Oh no.
This needs to happen as soon as possible. And Heather and I are just like looking at each other and just completely like lost all the color in our face and just like, what? So the doctor leaves, and I remember like Heather and I just like crying because we didn't expect this at all. So we like got our composure, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go in the hall. I got my scrubs on, and I go in and I see Heather's like laying there, and they have the curtain up on her.
Isn't that
and
crazy?
like, yeah, they gave her the shot, so it numbs her, and like Heather's laying there. I remember like holding her, and she's like shaking. She's so cold, and she's like, I'm so cold. I'm so cold. And I'm like barely holding my shit together. And I'm trying to hold Heather and like be strong for her and like calm her down. And then like I hear the doctor, and they pull Afton out, and like Afton's like, the doctor said, they're like, she's out, her eyes are open. And they pull her out, and her eyes were open apparently as they pulled her out, and she's just looking around like taking everything in. And they're like, all right, Dad, do you want to come over and see her? And I got up and I walked past the curtain around Heather, and I like,
did you really?
yeah, and I looked over.
Oh my god.
And I saw like Heather's intestines in her.
Oh my god. Dude.
Yeah, and
I didn't even do that.
I didn't tell Heather about it until recently, but like seeing her like that was like,
that's unreal.
It was crazy.
Holy shit.
It's almost like, I don't know. It was a complete shock.
They told me not to come up there.
So they told me, they like, you can come over, just don't walk here, don't look there. And I was like, okay, well, don't tell me to look. And then I looked,
peripherals,
and I'm like, oh.
yeah. It's like,
but like Heather was okay, and I saw Afton, and like I cut the umbilical cord, and I held her, and I gasped for air, like the tears, like,
oh man,
you know that cry when you're like, yeah, with Afton, like she's just like, she held my finger, and she's looking around, and she's like,
was she losing it? She wasn't even crying?
No.
Wow.
And even when they took her to the nursery, like when they took Heather off to like get her sewn back up, like I gave Heather a kiss, and they took Afton off, and like I'm standing outside like looking, and Afton's in there, like all the other babies are crying, and Afton's just like watching everyone.
Wow.
And just completely chill. And that's her to this day. She will take everything in, and
that's
she's
so cool.
Eyes wide open watching the world happen. And then with Hazel, Heather had a C-section as well. You know, we were trying for VBAC. It didn't happen. It's cool, you know.
Was the same like situation?
She was breeching, yeah. I don't believe the cord was wrapped around her neck. But like we went in that morning, we took Heather down to her mom's house the night before, and we're like, hey, you know, we'll see you tomorrow. Your new baby sister will be here. And we went in super early that morning, and like this time, like it was much more like it was planned. So like Heather was calmer, and like they gave her the shot, and I was holding her, and she did an amazing job. Like she was calmer, and I like kissed her on the forehead and was just talking to her and distracting her. And they pulled Hazel out, and like Hazel, as soon as she comes out, was just like screaming.
That's Max. Like, that was Max.
Really?
Yeah.
Like put me back in. Yeah. I'm not ready for this.
Like, it's too cold out here.
Yeah, and that's, I can't say that's Hazel now, because Hazel is like, she's gotten much more calm and much more mellow about things. But like even then with Heather, I got up and walked around the curtain to go over where Hazel was, and I just tunnel vision.
You did it again.
No, I didn't look down. I like just tunneled in. I saw Hazel. I went over, cut the umbilical cord, gave Heather a kiss, you know, held Hazel for a minute, and they took Heather off to get her sewn back up. And I was in the room with Hazel for like, I swear to you, it was an hour and a half, and Hazel yelled at me the entire time.
Oh my God.
And it was like that cry where like your dad, like, you know, you get that like chill on the inside, like, what do I do? What do I do to alleviate this? And I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And that's why we joke. I mean, Hazel is she's our moody moon child, and Afton is our ray of sunshine. But it's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, 2 C-sections. Both girls are here, super happy, healthy.
Very healthy.
Heather's doing great. She had her PPD and PPA, which her doctors did not catch. And instead of listening to what she needed, they just kept giving her more medicine and more medicine and more medicine, which...
Hence America. Like, come on, man.
You got to listen to what... People know what's best for them, and you just force-feeding them pills upon pills upon pills. It's... But yeah, Heather she's back to her old self, and I love that woman to the end of the earth. And she's a fighter. She's back. Man,
that's such a good thing to say. Like, I have the utmost respect for Denise, but carrying a baby through both summer and winter, full 9 months, giving birth, no matter how the circumstance plays out, natural, C-section, whatever, unreal. Shit I could never do.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle it at all.
Never do that. I would lose my shit. I would be like, what is inside of me? I don't want to wear these pants this size anymore. Like, no thank you.
Yep.
I just want to wear sweatpants and socks. Like, no.
Yeah.
I just want to sit in a bath.
With the easiest stuff, like, oh, my leg hurts, and I'm complaining about it, and then Heather's like,
I watch what I say.
Life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, power to the moms, because I don't know what I would do in that situation. I would love to try that feeling of carrying life inside me, but I mean, H handled it with grace. Mm-hmm. She was beautiful during both pregnancies, and I mean, she's a champ.
Yeah, no, shouts to the moms. There's just so many unknowns.
Yep.
There's so many unknowns, and there were so many good questions that Denise was asking, like questions that I didn't even know where she got those questions from, the literature that she was reading. It was almost like it was meant for her to ask that stuff. And I feel so much more like in tune with her after listening to all of that and like going through those process twice with her. And there's something to say about a bond that happens, and if you're there and if you're present as a dad, you know what we're talking about.
Yep.
And nothing could ever replace that feeling.
No.
And it's hard after the fact. It's very hard to say have a similar relationship that you had with your significant other, like after babies come. Like, it's a very different schedule that you have.
I mean, you have to work at it because it doesn't come easy at all.
And Denise and I have had a lot of conversations of, I really miss us time. And it's like, yeah, I do too. How can we make that happen?
Yeah. You can't just so you have to put a plan in place and make things happen. Like, Heather and I went on our first date since Hazel was born 2 weeks ago, and we were out of the house for a couple hours. We got to see a movie and had food and drinks, and it was like, hey, there you are.
This is you.
I've missed you so much. Yeah. And you're out away from your kids, and at the same time you're like,
where are the kids?
I feel like I'm missing a limb. Yeah, you're worrying about them, but to be able to connect one-on-one with your partner, it's
I mean, even if, sometimes Denise and I get together and we have that time alone whether we're sitting out next to a fire or we've tried to postpone dinner until the kids are down. And sometimes we just don't have things to talk about. And it is just nice to sit in silence with her.
Yeah. Because your mind is numb at that point. A lot of times, after everything that's went through the day, you get the kids down and your mind is just, it's gone.
No, it's a beautiful thing. And 9 months, 18 months, both of those pregnancies flew by.
Yeah.
If we look at it from a third lens up, flew by.
Yeah.
I don't even remember those stages. We were in a totally different house with Max. Luckily, we have all those photos.
Yeah.
But there's pregnancy and then the childbirth. I've never heard a similar story. Every story is different.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would love to hear our audience's opinions and share some significant stories with us. We would love to read and have some similarities going along here and figure out what's worked for other people as well. How do you cope? Are you guys catching up on sleep? Are you guys helping out when the baby's born? What do you guys find that creates a better bond?
Oh, absolutely.
How do you guys find time to spend with just the wife nowadays now that you do have kids? I mean, those things, I would love to have some tips of.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I don't even know. I feel like it's so routine now that I'm open to some more ideas. Let's go.
That's a good thing about this. We can make each other better, and other people can make us better. I mean, this is one big community. Let's build each other up and improve everyone together.
Woo! We did it again.
I don't know what that reference is to, but
that is Gypsy and Felly.
Yes, that you told me to listen to that I still have not done.
Oh, did you get that? Did you get that song that I sent you yesterday?
I saw it come in. I have not listened to it yet. It's on my list of things to do.
It came over. I was listening to it yesterday when I was here, marking the drywall holes, and I was like, "No way!" I sent it right to you.
All right, so I gotta listen to it when I get to work. Then.
Yeah. Maybe we should wrap this up. 50 minutes.
That's good. One thing, real quick.
Sure.
Big love to all the moms. Big love to all the dads. To everyone out there.
Big love.
Keep doing your thing.
Love.
One thing I would like to do is torment the fuck out of Stu with country music. So if you guys have anyone that you think that I should use to torture Stu with, please send it to us on 2W. Actually, you know what? Don't. Send it to me personally so Stu can't see it.
I'm going to delete them. If they come into the 2W Dad's IG inbox, gone.
At the Beard and the Babes. Send it to me. I need some new suggestions.
Oh, my God. And it's not going to take much.
It's great, though, to see how much he's really enjoying musical influences.
I still need to figure out what plucks you in the wrong way.
Oh, I have misophonia.
What's that?
Hating to hear people eat.
Really?
Oh, super bad, yeah.
So that's why you take your lunches elsewhere during group lunch?
Yeah.
So what do you do when you go into a cafeteria, like at MJ's?
Usually everyone's talking. So.
Oh, okay. So that's not a thing. You want to know one of mine?
Yeah.
And this is, I don't even know why this is like, and it's always been this way. Kids singing in unison. I
got bad news for you.
I know. I know. Oh God, those Kid Bop albums that came out and like the commercials would play. It's like, oh, by the way, we need to get a logo. Our logo.
Oh yeah.
To put in the middle.
Wait, tattooed on us?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Throat tat.
Okay.
But no, we need to get that.
Yeah, we do.
I want to get a shirt made too. Shout out John Harmon.
Yes, the real John Harmon on
real John Harmon.
Instagram and Twitter both.
He's a dope dad, and he also hooked us up with the Two Dope Dads logo, the box logo that's on our Instagram, that's on our SoundCloud, and on YouTube. Like, he really hooked it up for us, and it took him 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. So talented. Like,
super
this
talented,
dude is such an awesome graphical artist. Makes these vector images daily. But he really hooked it up, man. We owe you lunch, and we're gonna put that logo everywhere. Like, that's gonna be on pins. It's gonna be on stickers. God, we got some ideas here.
Let's roll with
them. But thank you so much for tuning in for the Two Dope Dads second episode. 1-2. This will be on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Instagram. We're here to stay. Like, this is such a good program for people to have.
Yeah. Let's put it on MySpace too.
You want to?
Yeah.
Let's bring it back. Let's do it.
Weibo.
What?
Isn't that a social network? V Contact?
I don't know.
All right, let's just focus on MySpace.
We'll put it on Tinder. We'll put it on, what are the other ones? Match.com. We can put it on...
Christian Mingle.
Yeah, definitely Christian Mingle.
Those are dating sites, though.
Ooh, what about Country Mingle? We could do that.
Yes.
You be in charge of that, because I don't want that traffic on my...
I'm going to put it on
my
yours.
browser, yo.
It's coming. It's already on yours. I just did it for you.
Incognito.
Doesn't matter.
People still watch, yo. Oh, man. This was fun.
It was good.
It was really good to connect up with you on a dad level.
It was.
Maybe next time we have a guest.
Ooh.
Let's bring a guest on.
All right.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Let's have a guest and a beer.
Let's have a guest and a beer.
And a beard.
A guest with a beard and a beer. Too many. Yeah, this was fun. Really cool to connect. Really cool to jot down some more stuff in our journal on this journey of Two Dope Dads. If if you can relate to this, if you know other people that can relate to this, please like, share, smash that subscribe button. Any and all comments help. We want the feedback. We want your stories. Like, hook it up. We'll start reading some stories and comments in some of these shows too, man. If we notice like a trend, like some people have some questions that they want us to talk about or share our opinions on, let's do it.
Yep, we're open books.
But tune in. We're gonna start trying to do this on more of a regular schedule. Now that we can kind of put some feelers out and figure out what our day-to-day looks like. But this will start be a regular thing, so you guys can look forward to that. Tune in, subscribe, like, share. The Bearded Babes on IG.
Yep, the Beard and the Babes.
Beard and the Babes on IG, and Stu Diggs on IG at Two Dope Dads, TOODOPEDADS, Instagram. We out. That was fun.